Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anil, and in this Angular video tutorial we will learn about the components. What are they, how we can use it, and how we can generate them. Everything that you need to know about Angular components. And after watching this video you will feel very confident in Angular components, and in your projects and in your POC, your work, you can easily create them also, right? So let's check out the points that we are going to cover in this video. We will see what is the component, then we will understand the component, and every component have a kind of 4 files, and sometime in the component have the 2 file also, but most of the time have the 4 files. We will discuss the both of case, and then we will see that how we can edit the component and how we can make a new component also, right? So now the first question is that what is the component? So basically component is a piece of work, piece of code that is responsible for a specific work or specific task. For example, you can make a component for login, you can make the component for header, or you can make a component for footer, kind of things, right? And components are reusable. You can reuse them like a function, right? So in ordinary language we make some functions and then we can reuse them again and again. The similar thing with the component also. And one is the major difference between component and the functions is that function is basically a piece of code, but component is a piece of code with a bunch of files also, right? And we will discuss the all kind of files. So now first of all I'm just going to show you the default component which is already created by the Angular in your Angular project, so which is the app component here, right? So you will see the 6 file here which have the name of starting with the app, right? app.module.ts and app-route .module.js. These 2 files are not a part of component. app.component.ts, component.html, component.spec.ts and component.ts. These 4 files are a part of component. When we will generate a new component, you will see these 4 files are created again, right? So now let's see what file will do what kind of work. The CSS file basically do the style work, HTML file we will write here template, and in the spec.ts file we will write the unit test cases and all. Yes, we will do the testing with the code also, right? And we will learn about it in the later because at the basic level we don't need it. Then app.component.ts, and here we will write our component business logic and for loop and anything that you just want to write, like API call and services and all, whatever you just want to write, right? Functions and all, right? So now let's understand that how these 4 files are connected, right? So how HTML file understand that I have to connect with the app.component.ts and this. So here you can see that we have a small code here with the name of component, and then I will tell you what is that. Basically we call them decorators, right? But we will learn about the decorators deeply in the upcoming videos. But here you can see that selector simply means is it define our component name. Now if you just want to use this component anywhere, then you can use app-root, and I will show you that how you can use it. Then template URL means this is the file that will here we can write the HTML for this component. Then style, that which file will related for the style. So we can also change them. So for example I just made it app1, right? And now if I'm just going to look it out here, then you can see that we cannot resolve this file, right? And if I just make a change here also, app.1, now it will work fine, right? So in that way you can also change this file. If you just want to change the name and anything, then you can also make a change here, right? So now let's just delete this file. Yeah, we don't need to delete it, we can just simply rename it, right? Like this. So we just get the all points that what is the component and understand the files and everything now, and we also edit it. So now let's see that how we can make a new component, right? So for that we can do the two ways. One is we can just make a manual component, but this is a really bad idea. We have to write the lots of code and we have to do the lots of copy and paste. But best idea is that we can just make the component with the command line. So just write here ng, g for generate, c for component, and component name. Let's say my component name is user list, right? And just hit the enter. So I just want to make like this, and now you will see that we will just get the 4 files here inside the app, right? And when we just make it the component with the camel case, it will automatically generate with the user hyphen list, right? And here you can see that we have the 4 files, css, html, and all. Great. So now you can see that we have some text here like user list works, but how we can achieve this here, right? So for that we can just simply do one thing. First of all, we must have to know the selector name, component selector name. So this is our selector name, app user list. So how does it actually made the name? First of all, it have the folder name app, then user list, which is our component name, right? So we can just simply use it inside the app.component.html, right? Because this is our root component. So just write here app minus user minus list, right? And just write like this, and now you will see that we got this text here, right? So let's make a change here. Let's come back to again this file, and we can just make an h1 tag like component for user, for users, or whatever you just want to put the text. Yeah, we got it. Perfect. So this is the way that how we can include our component in the another component and how we can use them, right? So now maybe let's remove these files all, and you maybe have a question that we did not include this app.component.html anywhere, then how it's working, right? Because it does included by default by the Angular, where in the html index.html, here you will find that app.root, right? And when you just want to go in the app.component.ts file, you will find the selector name, right? Selector name is app root, and this is present here. So if you just make any other name here, then it will just get the by default any other component. If I just put here my user component here, then it will just go for the user component. It's not going to load the app component, right? So this is the way that how we can use the component, how we can add it, and we understand the all things about the component. If you still have any kind of confusion, ask me in the comment box, and please provide your valuable comments also. Please subscribe our channel, do some comments, and share this video. Bye bye, take care.